This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Most businesses' online presence is boring, and by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com.
Hey everyone, this is Eric Thomas with Rival Digital, and I am proud to announce that we are the newest sponsor for the Power Women of the Trades podcast. We've been a big fan and supporter of the show for years, and we are just very excited and very honored for the opportunity to now be one of the podcast sponsors. So make sure you check out their page and subscribe to the podcast and listen in on wherever you get your podcast episodes from. Rival Digital is a full-service premier digital marketing agency for the home services industry. We offer everything from website design, search engine optimization, online advertising, public relations, and more. If you're interested in learning more about the services we offer for contractors just like yourself, head on over to rivaldigital.com, and we look forward to chatting with you.
Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Sometimes I haven't done this in a while, but sometimes I'm not the most technologically savvy. Like I'm not sure I'd be able to run a podcast, but I discovered one day that my computer was hooked up to Cast to the other TVs in the building. And it was kind of like a rough day in the call center. So I found a song, like actually pumped out to the call center, Working 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. And like all of a sudden I hear the whole office staff laughing. And then the other guys in another office were having a rough day. So I cast a song, I forget what it was, related to them. And they didn't expect it. Like the TV in their office wasn't even on. And all of a sudden it's like, they're in the moment of like craziness and the TV turns on and it starts playing this song. And they're like, what the heck? And they hear me laughing in the other room. And I'm like, guys, like this will pass. It's just try. It doesn't mean it doesn't stink, but try to approach it with a good attitude so that we can at least get through it with the least amount of pain. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff. So you just have to get there.
I also think about your attitude. If you have a bad attitude about the situation, that's not going to make the situation any better.
Yeah. It doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make it any better to tolerate and to get through. Like, just know you got to get through it and work together to get through it. And don't be like so miserable about it. It's going to come. Something's going to happen. And then something good will happen.
Yep. Right.
Yep. Okay. So your kids are, how old are they now?
So our oldest, Charlie, is 22. He works as an HVAC installer in our business right now. He's a
are they in
second.
the industry? Yep.
Yeah, he is. And then our daughter is completely not industry at all. She's super smart. She goes to Rutgers, New Brunswick. She is going right now for like criminal justice and psychology. So super smart, super driven. And then our youngest, we always say, is either going to save the world or blow it up. He is an absolute genius as well. All three of them are just so smart, but this one has a mind for like electric I've never met a kid from like little more determined to complete whatever it was. Whatever he's stuck on, it will not end until he does it. I mean, I'm talking down to 1 year, it was making soap. And we had to buy all the soap ingredients when he was little. And then it was building a shed for chopped wood. And my husband was like, this isn't what I wanted to do today, but it's not going to stop until we do it. And so he's 15 now, and he's a sophomore in the technical high school and doing electrical. And his brain is literally wired for it. No pun intended, but it is. So yeah, cool. All three of them. So we're very fortunate.
If they got into the industry or how they wanted, or if they wanted to, or whatever. We always get that question. We have we have 5 boys, and then our daughter's our baby and our only girl. And so we have 2 that work in the business. One's a plumber, and one's I say an HVAC. He was an HVAC tech for like 5 years, and he's 21. So I was like, did you get into HVAC because we did it, because you wanted to do it? What, like when he started in HVAC, we didn't do plumbing and electric. Is this really what you want to do? And so his answer was just like, yeah, it's what I wanted to do. But I'm like, but you've never tried anything else, So anyways, we also do garage doors. And so he jumped into garage doors, and he's really liking it. And I think, I think he'll end up back up in HVAC, or maybe he won't, but I wanted to make sure that he had tried something else, and he was one of our kids that definitely just wasn't going to be a college kid.
Yes.
And that was completely fine. But he, is this really what you wanted, And so we're excited for him to try that. And so far he's really liking it. And, but yeah, and then we have our other kid that's in plumbing. And then I have one that is in taking college classes for pre-pharmacy. So totally not the same. And then our daughter is the same of who knows what's going to happen to that little firecracker. I don't know.
I almost feel like that's the youngest role. To be the firecracker,
all on our toes. Yeah, she was telling me today that she just needed to quit school because it was kind of a waste of her time.
Oh my gosh, that's what our youngest said last year.
Yeah. She's like, just homeschool me. And I said, well, okay, so the joke is, so Kaylee's parents are both in education. And so Kaylee, anytime that our daughter's name is Haley, anytime that she does like virtual learning or anything like that, Kaylee helps her, right? And Kaylee would have been a great teacher because she has the patience of a saint, patience. I do not. Okay. And so Haley was telling me she should just quit school. And I was and me homeschool her. And I said, listen, Kaylee doesn't have time for that. Haley doesn't have time for that. She said, no, Mom, you homeschool me. I said, I cannot teach you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's 10.
Oh my gosh.
And going on 16, 17.
Yeah.
She just thinks she's so funny. So she's funny. But so I'm like, no, ma'am. But the world's weird now. Everything's crazy with schools, and I don't know. It's just crazy. And
it's not unheard of to consider it in today's environment to homeschool your kids out of some level of fear, honestly. When did we have, at least I'm 50. So when I went to school, it was in the 80s and the 90s. And we didn't have all these shooter drills and all this stuff. That's really scary. And so I can't even imagine, our youngest is 15, Caleb, and he told us last year as a freshman, he wasn't getting really great grades. And he was like, well, I don't need to, because I'm going to be an electrician and a bodybuilder. And he goes, and nobody gets good grades. And we were like, no, that's not true. And so he's that kid that no matter what you do, it doesn't get through until you find what is really going to hurt. Screaming wouldn't help. Punishment, you're grounded, you're this, you're that. Over his head, out his ears, he doesn't care. So we discovered when he said he wanted to be a bodybuilder, we were like, well, here's the deal. If you don't get at least 83s in all your classes with no missing assignments, you can't go to the gym. And I remember him sitting on the counter in our kitchen, and he goes, you're taking away my dreams. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But I know better. So you're going to have to at least get 83s. And I can promise you some of your friends get B's. And he's like, why 83? I said, because I'm not a total jerk who's like, you must get 100. I think 83 is a fair number, and it won't kill you. And I'm sorry, bodybuilding is not the dream that we're going to pursue right now. We're going to pursue high school.
Yeah.
So it was a whole mess. I know 90s and above, and
Okay.
he's going to the gym. So it worked.
Oh,
Awesome. That's
yay.
awesome. No, I know what you mean too, though. Like with everything that's been happening, our son, who's 16, his school went on a lockdown. Was that last week?
Mhm.
And
Oh, my.
it was like a pure panic, and it was nothing at the school. It was actually happening down the road, but out of, safety. And I think the hardest thing for me in that moment was how desensitized he was to it, because he was like,
Yes.
it makes me want to cry. He literally was just like, it is what it
Whatever,
is,
Yes.
And I'm like, and I was like, because his school is about 3 miles, not even 3 miles, probably away from here. And I mean, and then we have a boutique that we're opening, and we have 3 employees that work in his school with him. And I'm like, I'm loading people up. We're about to go bust in and go get all of these kids out of this building. I'm like,
in the car.
yeah, like get ready. And it was outside the house. It wasn't even outside the school. But anyways, it's just crazy. But the world is different now, and it doesn't look the same as it did like when we went to high school. And
you have to adapt with what it is today and do your best. And I agree. I've said that many times, where I say to my kids, like, guys, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Like this isn't normal, and it isn't good, but that's all they know.
Yeah, I hate it.
I know, me too. I agree.
So, looking to the future, what's next for Kerri Raynor and Raynor Services?
Well, with Raynor Services itself, I'm loving this new space that I'm in. We partnered with the Flint Group, and in doing so, it's literally like Nexstar on jet fuel. It's like zoned in help following those processes. So we grew 100%. I think it's 100% year over year this year or something. I'm not as good about the final numbers, but we have grown a ton in just this year. And so now I get to be kind of like a sounding board. I'm in there still with my staff, and just being able to like cheer them through, offer my advice, like help them grow, step in on little things. Like this week, we started a new HVAC service bonus structure that I built. And so I was able to meet with the team. Our department manager's away at training. And so I met with the team in the morning and went over it and ran the weekly meeting. I'll do it again on Thursday for the installers. So just kind of like stepping in where I'm needed. And if you follow me on LinkedIn, I now have another great group of friends through the partnership with Flint. So you'll see me like recruiting to help them, and still keeping in touch with Nexstar. I'm still going to stay on the board of South Jersey ACA. I love HVAC. I love networking. I love putting people together. When we joined Service Titan, we were actually the 3rd company that Vahi and Ara had back in the day. And so Vahi set me up. He was like my guy getting QuickBooks in. The first Service Titan price book came from my price book. The grid matrix was designed by Vahi and I. We got to go to be at the NASDAQ when they went public. So being like the connector is what I love. So I'll be doing a lot of that. And then also taking care of my health. I feel like for the last like 10 years, I've been so focused on my kids and their health. They have a lot of health issues, and my the business and growing that just this year, I've really started to focus on like building up my health back. And just even in the last 3 months, I've had such a great response to the things that I've been doing. So just kind of like doing all things like I like to do.
That's awesome. If you could leave one message for women considering a future in the trades, what would you tell them?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I have, oh my gosh, so many things. I am like so passionate about women in the trades, which is why I was so excited to find you guys. And when you sent me the email, I was like, right now I'm booking. I was like, I love this. Gosh, don't be afraid of anything. Stand tall in a room, even if you're the only woman in there. And honestly, truthfully, for me, it's literal. I will not wear shoes without some kind of wedge or boot, because I'm only 5'4", and I want to be a little taller. I don't know why it's a thing for me, but stand tall and proud in that room. Be proud of your passion. Be proud of your feelings. That is your superpower. Your ability to jump from one persona to another. Never be ashamed of it. I relish in the fact that I have a capability that a lot of people don't have. Like, and my husband says all the time, he's like, you are so passionate. And I'm like, yeah. And I will never let that go because it's built a great team. They know I'm there for them. The people who follow me because they know I'm going to answer them, whether it's about cough drops and, medicine or a customer. I'm going to work with them, not above them. So never lose your femaleness. Like it's wonderful to be a woman in these trades. You bring so much to it and never be embarrassed, push through it. You don't have to run people over or be a bully to lead. You can lead with passion and compassion and still have accountability and integrity. I don't ever back away from that.
I love all of that. I could tell like this entire conversation, passion would have been like the word that I would have used to describe you. And I think that that's like so cool that you really just like know who you are. And I say that like, because sometimes we just freaking don't, or sometimes we still think that like, we have like imposter syndrome or all the things, right? And you just like radiate the room, like I can, and I hope to meet you really for real sometime. We think we've met each other, but we don't know.
Yes. We have to figure out how to do that. I'd love to do that. And I really feel like you have to build bridges. Don't burn them. You never know when you're going to need to cross them again. Yeah. Never be afraid to look back, not with regret, but to see how far you've come. And that's literally my absolute favorite thing. I will forever be a connector and also a taskmaster. I love it.
Awesome. So cool.
I love it.
Well, Kerri, it was so nice to catch up with you and learn all about you. You are awesome. Yes, I've really enjoyed this time with you. And I think I love just conversations that go so casually like this. And it's just like, you made this so easy for us today. Yes. So thank you for that.
Thank you. And, thank you for letting me fangirl. I am going to be watching all your podcasts and I'm so excited that you let me come on and meet you guys because I've been trying to like poke my way over to you for a little while now. I'm like, I got to see this girl, Cassie. I got to meet this girl, Kaylee. And so, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that too. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And hopefully, we hope you guys have a wonderful 2026 and we will hopefully catch up with you somewhere.
Yes, please do.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review at Apple and make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.